Maria went home happy, telling her mother about how she earned $20 by climbing a tree. Her mom responded,
Maria, they just wanted to see your panties.
Maria replied,
See Mom, I was smart, I took them off.
At school, little Johnny's classmate tells him that most adults are hiding at least one dark secret, so it's very easy to blackmail them by saying, I know the whole truth. Little Johnny decides to go home and try it out. Johnny's mother greets him at home, and he tells her,
I know the whole truth.
His mother quickly hands him $20 and says,
Just don't tell your father. Quite pleased.
The boy waits for his father to get home from work, and greets him with,
I know the whole truth.
The father promptly hands him $40 and says,
Please don't say a word to your mother.
Very pleased. The boy is on his way to school the next day when he sees the mailman at his front door. The boy greets him by saying,
I know the whole truth.
The mailman immediately drops the mail, opens his arms, and says,
Then come give your daddy a great big hug.
A child asked his father,
How were people born?
so his father said,
Adam and Eve made babies, then their babies became adults and made babies, and so on.
The child then went to his mother, asked her the same question, and she told him.
We were monkeys, then we evolved to become like we are now.
The child ran back to his father and said,
You lied to me.
His father replied,
No, your mom was talking about her side of the family.
Mother is in the kitchen making dinner for her family when her daughter walks in.
Mother, where do babies come from?
The mother thinks for a few seconds and says,
Well, dear, Mommy and Daddy fall in love and get married. One night they go into their bedroom.
The daughter looks puzzled, so the mother continues.
That means the daddy puts his. That's how you get a baby, honey.
The child seems to comprehend.
Oh, I see, but the other night when I came into your room you had Daddy's What do you get when you do that?
Jewelry, my dear. Jewelry.
If laughter comes to your lips, subscribe me.
After picking her son up from school one day, the mother asks him what he did at school. The kid replies,
I had sex.
She gets so mad that when they get home, she orders him to go straight to his room. When the father returns home that evening, the mother angrily tells him the news of what their son had done. As the father hears the news, heads across his face. He walks to his son's room and asks him what happened at school. The son tells him,
With my teacher.
The father tells the boy that he is so proud of him, and he is going to reward him with the bike he has been asking for. On the way to the store, the dad asks his son if he would like to ride his new bike home. His son responds,
No thanks, Dad. My butt still hurts.
There is an overweight guy who is watching TV. A commercial comes on for a guaranteed weight loss of 10 pounds in a week. So the guy, thinking what the hell, signs up for it. Next morning an incredibly beautiful woman is standing at his door in nothing but a pair of running shoes and a sign about her neck that reads, If you can catch me, you can have me. As soon as he sees her, she takes off running. He tries to catch her, but is unable. This continues for a week, at the end of which, the man has lost 10 pounds. After this he tries the next weight loss plan, 15 pounds in a week. The next morning an even more beautiful woman is standing at the door, in similar conditions. The same happens with her as the first woman, except he almost catches her. This continues for a week, at the end of which he, as suspected, weighs 15 pounds less. Excited about this success, he decides to do the master program. Before he signs up, he is required to sign a waiver and is warned about the intensity of this plan. Still he signs up. The next morning, waiting at the door, is a hulking 300-pound muscle man with nothing but a pair of running shoes. a raging erection, and a sign around his neck that says, "If I catch you, you're mine." The man was supposed to lose 25 pounds in the week. He lost 34.
A family is at the dinner table. The son asks the father.
Dad, how many kinds of...
The father, surprised, answers.
Well son, a woman goes through 3 phases. In her 20s, a woman's breasts are like melons, round and firm. In her 30s and 40s, they are like pears, still nice, hanging a bit. After 50, they are like onions.
Onions?
The son asks.
Yes. You see them and they make you cry.
This infuriated his wife and daughter. The daughter asks.
Mom, how many different kinds of willies are there?
The mother smiles and says.
Well dear, a man goes through 3 phases also. In his 20s, his willy is like an oak tree, mighty and hard. In his 30s and 40s, it's like a birch, flexible but reliable. After his 50s, it's like a Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree?
The daughter asks.
Yes, dead from the root up and the balls are just for decoration.
Why did I get divorced?
Well, last week was my birthday. My wife didn't wish me a happy birthday. My parents forgot and so did my kids. I went to work and even my colleagues didn't wish me a happy birthday. As I entered my office, my secretary said, "Happy birthday, boss." I felt so special. She asked me out for lunch. After lunch, she invited me to her apartment. We went there and she said,
Do you mind if I go into the bedroom for a minute?
"Okay," I said. She came out 5 minutes later with a birthday cake, my wife, my parents, my kids, my friends, and my colleagues all yelling, "Surprise!" While I was waiting on the sofa. Naked.
Laughter.
A teacher is teaching a class and she sees that Johnny isn't paying attention, so she asks him.
If there are 3 ducks sitting on a fence, and you shoot one, how many are left?
Johnny says.
None.
The teacher asks.
Why?
Because the shot scared them all off.
No, 2, but I like how you're thinking.
If you see 3 women walking out of an ice cream parlor, one is licking her ice cream, one is and one is biting her ice cream, which one is married?
The one.
No, the one with the wedding ring, but I like how you're thinking.
It was Christmas Eve. A woman came home to her husband after a day of busy shopping. Later on that night when she was getting undressed for bed, he noticed a mark on the inside of her leg.
"What is that?"
he asked, and she said,
"I visited the tattoo parlor today. On the inside of one leg I had them tattoo Merry Christmas, and on the inside of the other one they tattooed Happy New Year."
Perplexed, he asked,
"Why did you do that?"
Now you can't complain that there's never anything to eat between Christmas and New Year's.
A little boy caught his mom and dad having. After, he asked.
What were you and Daddy doing?
The mom said,
"We were baking a cake."
A few days later, the little boy asked his mom.
Were you and Daddy baking a cake?
She said yes, and asked him how he knew. He answered,
Because I licked the frosting off the couch.